Hello, welcome to my workshop. My name is Chris Pine. Wanted to do a follow-up video on the last couple project videos that I put out. Of course, the first one was my toy box for the fundraiser fighting against cancer that Mark Spagnolo and Steve Ramsey are putting on. I enjoyed that very much. The plans that Steve provided are very simple, easy to follow, and it was a quick project for me. If some of you just aren't football fans, if you didn't know, it was the Denver Broncos football colors that I painted the toy box. Of course, I'm a fan. I'm a pretty good fan, but my brother was a huge fanatical football fan for the Denver Broncos, so I thought it'd be fun to paint it in those colors. One thing I didn't even realize is I went to Home Depot, and many times, two things. Many times I buy a sample, and it's a little jar of paint about this big. Because my project, that's all I really need is just a little bit of paint, and buying even a quart of paint is just kind of silly because it'll sit here and would probably get wasted. I went to Home Depot and looked, and I said I just need a sample size of paint, and I started to look at the paint chips to see if I could get the closest I could to the Denver Bronco colors. Well, the guy there behind the counter said, well, what are you looking for? And I told him, and he said, oh, well, I can get that for you. And he typed into the computer Broncos blue, Broncos orange, and they had it on file. I never even crossed my mind that that would be the case. So wherever you live, if you have a project you want to paint in NFL team colors, just ask the guy behind the counter at Home Depot. Chances are they have those color numbers on file in the computer, and they can make that for you right there. A second project was my ornament that Carl Jacobson and Alan Stratton are putting on the ornament competition, or challenge as they call it, and I made the biplane ornament. That is a smaller version. I've never made a toy plane when I did turning on the lathe, other than the front part where the engine part, the shroud. I've done those parts on the lathe before for toy airplanes, but the rest of it I've done hand shaping and so forth. I really enjoy making biplanes. For some reason, biplanes just look classic. They really look neat. And as far as a toy goes especially, I've made biplanes in the past with my kids. Two different occasions we made 10 or 15 of these planes to give to Toys for Tots at Christmas time. If you don't know what Toys for Tots is, a program that is run by the Marine Corps, and they collect toys at Christmas to give to kids that otherwise wouldn't receive any toys. And I've done that in the past with my kids. It was a lot of fun, and we had a good time working wood together, and we'd done that. But I'd never done eccentric turning, and I'd never made an ornament before, quite honestly. So I love this competition. I'm looking forward to seeing who wins the competition. It was just fun making that ornament, and I got a lot of good feedback. Thank you very much. I am working on a project for this week, and it has something to do with Thanksgiving, as that is right around the corner, and the holidays are going to be upon us before we know it. Another thing I've been working on, if you've seen Carl Jacobson's recent video on making breadboards that he had some patterns that he'd cut out. And that's just something I never even really thought about. But when I saw him using them, I thought, well, of course, that makes perfect sense. So I had some spare 1/4 inch MDF, and I've been making a few patterns here in the shop today, in between other things. And I'm going to use that technique that he used. So you learn so much on YouTube, and I appreciate that very much. Thanks, Carl, for that tip. It's a really good tip. So you can position your pattern on the wood and find the green patterns and stuff that you want. Great idea. So I'll be making a few cutting boards for gifts this Christmas. I'm not necessarily going to make a video of that. I'm not sure YouTube can handle one more cutting board video. But I sure enjoyed that, and I'm going to do that this Christmas. That is really all I have today. Thank you all so much for subscribing, those who have. If you're not a subscriber, I would encourage you to maybe hit that subscribe button, and you won't miss any future videos that I will be putting out. For those of you who do, thank you so much. And I love the comments too. If you have any questions or just want to comment, good or bad, I'd love to hear from you. I love interacting with my viewers, and I sure like watching your videos as well for those who make them. So I will see you soon. Till next time, hope you have a great holiday. Hope you have a good week. We'll see you.